All right, I'm going to go through the funnel process that we have built out for CEO Finance Academy, our company. I made a post on Facebook not too long ago sharing some of our results, and I had a lot of people ask, hey, can you show me what you're doing? I'd love to know more about what you're doing. I want to caveat with a few things. First off, I'm no expert at this stuff. I've been doing paid ads and funnels for years, so I'm not new to it, but it's taken us probably 2 months before this to really crack something open. And I know we have a long way to go. I'm sure if you're watching this and you end up being in the, advertising, marketing space, appointment setting space, sales space, you're going to be like, dude, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. Would love to hear your comments, would love to hear your suggestions, advice. If you're an appointment setter out there and you feel like you could help us out, we might be interested in looking at somebody for a commission type position. David, what's going on? But by no means is this perfect. And this is really our 45th to 60th day range of doing this. So we didn't expect it to be perfect. Pretty happy with early results, but I want to walk you through kind of what we're doing. It's a little bit, it's not that different. It's more of a quiz funnel without it being a quiz. So I want to show you some huge takeaways from this in terms of how simple our ad is, how difficult the process is to sign up, and yet how we're getting people to sign up. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen here with you guys, and I'm sure I'm going to get somebody to yell at me for how many tabs I have open. But let me open this up. And if you get value from this, I'd love to know in the comments, just if you want to comment value or, hey, happy to see you, that would be awesome. First, I'm just going to go high level. What does our funnel outline look like? And then we'll dive into the specifics, and I'm going to walk you through individually each step of our funnel, look at the ad, look at our landing pages, the stats there, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're into this and you're a nerd, you might really like this. If not, it's not your jam. Don't worry about it. So here's our CEO Finance Academy call funnel. Our whole goal is to get people on calls to learn about our program, to see if we can help them. So these are our results from April 6th to May 4th of 2022. So that's almost 30 days, probably not quite, but almost the last 30 days. And all these results, you're going to see the final results have not finished yet because we have people who are still booked out to have these calls, but you're going to get a sense of what's working, what's not. So real quick, what we do is we run Facebook and Instagram and TikTok ads. Now, caveat here, we've spent maybe $200 on TikTok ads. They were working quite well, but Facebook was just crushing it. So we actually turned our TikTok spend off. So this is pure Facebook ad spend. So this is just pure Facebook, Instagram ad spend of what we did. So we run Facebook, Instagram ads. I'll show you the ad here in a second or in a minute. And so Facebook, Instagram ad, we take them to a lead form on Facebook, Instagram. So they have to give us their name, email, and they're going to tell us how much revenue per month they're doing. And then we have on the thank you page of the lead form, it takes them to our landing page, which is a questionnaire. And then in that questionnaire, they have 10 questions that they have to fill out. We have a logic-based question in the beginning. If they're doing under a certain revenue amount, it gives them the calculator to do themselves. If they're doing more than a certain amount, then we have them fill out a form. So 10 question form that gives us their info. And then I'll show you what we do with that after. Then here you go. So if they mark down they're doing less than 8K a month, they get sent the calculator to do it themselves. It's just an automated go to the landing page to schedule or to get the calculator. If they're doing more than 8K a month, they get to our questionnaire. So we use this tool called HeyFlow. I'll show you here in a second. It's pretty cool. And we ask qualifying questions and get their contact info here. And here's the deal. They put in all their info. And then at the end of the thing, it says, hey, to get your results, book this 15-minute discovery call. And sometimes we see a % of people book right away. If they don't book, what we then do is we take their info and we film a 2 to 5 minute Loom video. We've got it dialed in. Sometimes it's 2 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes, but 2 to 5 minute Loom video showing them their calculator results. We go through, takes us 10 minutes total, 5 minutes to put in their info, 5 minutes to film it, and we send it out to them. Our VA sends it out to them to give them a customized view of their profit results that you can see in their business. And then, of course, if they don't ever fill out the questionnaire, they get our email text nurture sequence, keep pushing them back. Hey, did you fill out the calculator? Did you do the calculator? Did you fill out the calculator? And then if they book the call, obviously we send them email text to show up for the discovery call. If they do the Loom video, we send them, hey, did you get it? Did you get it? Did you want to book a call and talk about it? Just some simple high level numbers here. And I'll be able to show you this and back this all up is we spent $2,489 over the last roughly 30 days. We've had 687 leads come in. So cost per lead somewhere a little over $3, a little under $4. We've had 109 forms filled out. And those are all people doing over 8K a month or more. And they're not all doing over 8K. This is a little skewed. I would say probably close to 70 are doing over 8K. When we first did this for the first week, we left it open to anybody. And then we realized there were quite a few people that are filling out under 8K a month, and that's not our ideal fit. So then we shifted to an automated logic-based question where it sends them directly to a calculator if they're doing less than 8K a month. Cool. So what does this look like? I have here, what we'll go through is I'm going to show you the ad breakdown, and then I'll show you our final results here in a minute. And I want to walk you through step by step. So let's zoom in here. Took some screenshots for you so you can see this is real. If I can figure out how to move. By the way, I use a tool called Miro. And hopefully you guys can see this. So just some interesting stuff for all you ad nerds out there. Here you can see our time frame here is April 6th to May 4th. Spent $2,489.14, 687 leads, $3.62 per lead. We have been testing 3 different ad sets that have been just crushing it for us since we've been doing this. One is just HubSpot. These are men and women. I think we're targeting 35 to 50 or 30 to 50 years old. HubSpot is one interest, Infusionsoft, Constant Contact plus Salesforce into another interest, and then TurboTax. We're thinking about what are softwares that business owners would use rather than going business owner interests. So, and then we let our ad copy speak to that group. So I just want to show you here, not making numbers up. This is directly from inside of our ad account. You see CEO Finance Academy to do that. Here is the ad that has been kicking butt. So we were testing initially, I don't know, 12 to 15 different images and 12 to 15 different creatives. This by far, every audience that we've tested, this simple ad has kicked butt for us by far and away. Almost, I'd have to go back and look, but well over 70% of all of our leads, if not 75 to 80%, come from this one ad. So it says 3 out of 5 business owners are not running a profitable business according to Chamber of Commerce. So I created a profit calculator, which is designed to help you easily determine how much the business can afford to pay you while still being profitable. So much of the noise out there is about making more, but so many owners we work with are making enough revenue. They just aren't keeping enough of what they're bringing in. Click learn more button to get our profit calculator. It just strictly says, I just made a calculator that shows you exactly how much your business can afford to profitably pay you. Do you want it? Headline, profit calculator for business owners serious about keeping more of what they're making. We've got some engagement, nothing crazy. And I think what's interesting about this is I actually pulled this because Alex had put this on his personal profile, and it was by far and away the most highly engaged with post. So I just took a screenshot of it. I created this ad copy up here. I wanted something that would just speak to people like, hey, you're not alone, and you should get this figured out. So that's the ad. Nothing crazy. I don't know if anybody's tuning into this where I'm at, but I think it's just kind of crazy that, here we go. Thanks, Nick. Dude, good to see you, man. Here's the ad itself, what it looks like. I just want to walk you through this. So somebody sees this, they click on learn more. Here's our lead form. Super simple again. Here's the question they have to answer. Are you doing under 8K a month, 8 to 20K a month, over 20K a month? We could dive into the psychology of this. We're really looking for anybody over 8K a month to classify kind of maybe in our fit. So Alex and I were over 20K a month. We'll just say like my name and will.boyd. We'll do one that agency@gmail.com, right? And then it says, hey, is this your info? I don't know why I can't submit. Okay, well you can, because I'm not on an ad. So anyways, you would submit it and it would take you to a form that says, great, click the next button to actually start the calculator. That's what we would be doing. So once they do that, what then happens is they go to this page. and they take our calculator. So this is a landing page they go to. It says, hey, welcome to the predictable paycheck profit calculator. Please take 90 seconds, input your business number so we can calculate how much business can afford to profitably pay you. We use this really cool tool called HeyFlow. I think it's like 150 a month, and it's I think it's based out of Europe, and it's been really cool. So here's what we do. Somebody sees this, and you can see what it looks like on your phone. It's just the exact same sort of thing. They're going to click begin, and here's what's cool. If they choose less than 8K a month, not our ideal audience, it takes them right to, hey, get our calculator below. You can click here and open the calculator, and we have a YouTube video showing them how to actually use the calculator. Somebody can do it themselves. The best news is we don't have to follow up with them immediately, or not immediately, but quickly with results, because they're probably not in our ideal fit. Our best clients are doing 15, 20, up to 400,000 a month. We can really help them easily get more money back in their business. So anything else, they're going to start the quiz. So if they click growth phase or scale phase, they go right away into our quiz. So let's go through it. Let's say we're at the scale phase. Average revenue, 23,456. Let's just make something up. What are your average monthly expenses? So this is what they have to type in. Let's say 8,500. Does your business take credit card processing fees? Most do. So yeah, we're going to click yeah. What percent of monthly revenue would you like to be saving? Let's say 5%. It says, cool, what's the name of your business and your website? So WB Marketing, wbmarketing.com. What's your business email address? Perfect. So we'll Boyd Marketing. You guys can see how we just go through this. I'll go through it with you. Boyd, here's what's fascinating. We've gotten over 109, or we've gotten 109 people to fill out all of this info. Now, there have only been, from what I can tell, I think we've had 6 phone numbers bounce and maybe 4 emails that didn't go through. Like, everyone else is given pretty legit info, which is amazing. And here's a kicker. We asked this last question, which describes the biggest challenge in your business when it comes to your finances? Not paying myself enough consistently enough. I want to hire and scale, but I don't know how to do that in a sustainable manner. Bringing in way more revenue than I know what to do with. I need a plan. Trying to stop the money bleeding. Revenue is solid, but I don't know where the money is going. So I'm going to choose, I want to hire and scale, but I don't know how to do it. Click continue. Cool. What's the best number to send your results? I'm not going to put in my real number here, but here. So send my results. Your intake is complete. Just one last step. We have found that most people fill this out, do best from personalized feedback. Book a 15-minute call with your profit coach, Alex and Gar, to go over your numbers with you. And this is where they go and book our initial phone call. Now, I want to show you here, we have had, so if I go back to this, we have had, zoom out a bit. We have had 33 discovery calls booked on this. So out of our $2,489, we have had 33 booked calls. I need to go back. I didn't have time. I was hoping I had more time to go through like show up rate numbers and all that for you, which next video, I'll try to make sure I have. I just want to show you that we've had 39 scheduled events. A few of these were like fakes. One, you can tell one, somebody just put Facebook. So I excluded fakes, and or we had one person who booked like 3 times on accident, and then we had 2 or 3 that we had sent the leak to organically without realizing it. So when I looked at purely from ads, we've had 33 book calls from the ads themselves for these discovery calls. So if we go through this, just come back here and check this real quick. Cool. If we go through this, we have had 33 book calls. I just want to show you it's legit in Calendly here, not making anything up for you. Out of that, we've had 33 book calls, and I feel like there was something else I wanted to show you guys. So all of this obviously gets uploaded to a forum where we get everyone's info. And what's really cool is if they don't book a call right away, here's what we do. Let's go back to this step here. So let's say they book the call right away. If they don't book right away, what we do is we go ahead and we make a Loom video. And I don't want to necessarily give away somebody's here. We don't have a last name on this one. But we go and make a Loom video and we break down all their numbers for them. The co-founders here, CEO Finance. Hey, Adriana, and what we do here is we then say, hey, we'd love to dive into your numbers a little bit deeper. Would you want to book a call? Takes us 5 to 10 minutes. Ultimately, somebody eventually will be doing this for us. But this is what we do. We make a customized Loom video for anybody who's doing over 8K a month. Soon we're probably going to change the form to like 15K a month, but that's where we're at now. I wanted to show you, oh yeah, that was the other thing. I wanted to show you our HeyFlow results. I think this is super fascinating. We have, so you can see same timeline here. This is actually April 1st to May 3rd, but we didn't really start till April 6th. So you can assume that's April 6th to May 3rd. These are 109 submissions. We've had 868 visits. So we're getting people to complete this 10 question questionnaire at a little over 12.5% conversion rate, which is just like insane. To me, that's insane. And you can see like most people drop off right away at the start. They click there and they leave. Pretty normal. It's what we'd expect. We get a lot of people to drop off at business name. So after they go through revenue, expenses, processing, savings, and they drop off when they have to give us their info. This is something maybe we'll look at taking out, if we can get even a 2 to 3% uptick on that, that'd be great. But you can see we have had, takes 55 seconds for people to complete this, 109 people to submit, which is just to me mind-boggling. And what's cool is this integrates into, we can connect this to our Go High Level account on the back end through Zapier to be able to move them into pipelines and be able to keep track of them and do that. So this is our funnel, and I want to show you kind of, okay, well, what are the results of this? Is it worth the effort? And let me see if I can pull up my here. So I want to walk you through, let's go through the results of this. And here's the summary of our last 30-ish days so far. So far we have had 8 sales calls, full sales calls booked. So this is out of our 33 triage calls or discovery calls. We have had 8 sales calls booked. 3 of them have been completed. All 3 converted to new clients at $6,000 a client. We've had 5 more sales calls that have not been completed. So or not happened yet. So these numbers could even change for the better. So far, we're closing at 100% rate, but obviously 3 calls is way too small of a sample size. Here's how it broke down per sales call, full sales call. So these 8, I took the 2,489 divided by 8 book sales calls. Our cost per sales call at this point is $311. Our cost to acquire a customer for our $6,000 program is $829.66 so far. Our acquisition percentage, meaning what percent of marketing is it costing us to acquire this customer? So 829.66 divided by 6,000 is 14%. And our current ROI in the last 30 days is 7.23 from the ads. And this is not including also, any of these 5 outstanding book calls. And we have, shoot, I meant to go write it down. We have at least 5 other discovery calls, if not more than that, left to happen as well. So it could even be more book sales calls. So this has been the cool thing that we've been doing. I don't have anything to sell you from this. I don't have any like, hey, if you want help with this, work with me. Like, this isn't what we do. We do financial stuff. We help people with this, but I just thought it was really cool. I had a lot of people asking like, hey, how are we getting the results that we're getting? I didn't move anyone to our Facebook group. I haven't even sent any messages or texts or anything come to our Facebook group. I haven't sent a DM to anyone out of all of this. It's just strictly been finding the need, how bad of a need it is. A lot of business owners don't know how much they can pay themselves, and they're just taking from their business when they need to versus having a plan. So that's what we've been figuring out and realizing, man, people need help with that. And it's been fascinating. We're getting people from anywhere from doing, $8,000 a month all the way up to, we've had people who are almost at $1 million a month fill this out and get on a call with us, which is mind-boggling to me. So yeah, I hope this helps somebody out there. If you guys have questions, right? So our bottlenecks, if you end up listening to all of this, is we've had 687 leads. I have to go back and double check how many of those are doing over 8K a month. I've had 109 form fills. Let's just say over 75, let's just say 80 of these are actually in our ideal audience. So you can tell we've had 80 form fills and we've had 33 book calls, which is pretty wild to me. And we could be doing better, right? So we're not doing any phone call follow-ups to these people who filled out the forms. We're not doing any phone call follow-ups to these people who filled out leads. We're not doing any follow-up to push them into a group and try to talk to them on Facebook Messenger. We've intentionally built our business away from that. We can't stand being in Facebook Messenger. If you've ever DM'd me on Facebook, I've probably ghosted you many times, and not because it's not intentional. I just hate paying attention to Facebook Messenger. And this is what we're doing. So I don't know if you have any questions, just let me know. If I don't know, I do some consulting if you ever need help with this, but that's not really why I made this video. But hope it gives you some insight, maybe spark some ideas, or if you have any feedback or things that you'd want to look at of, hey, you should be doing this, or recommend implementing this, wide open to that. And yeah, our next plan is how do we, next month, the goal is to close to double our spend and continue to ramp this thing up so it scales profitably. Hope this helps anybody's watching. If you got any questions, or if you found value in this, just put valuable in the comments. And that would mean a lot to me if you got something from it. And otherwise, I'll catch you guys on the next video that we make. See you guys.